Hey, answer your phone! This is ridiculous. I know you're lying about being on a business trip for work, you know. You shouldn't be so busy on your elegant trip to have an affair that you can't answer a call from your own wife. Can you?
Huh? What kind of stunt are you pulling on me as I'm in the middle of working? I've told you 100 times already. I'm busy on this business trip.
The only one pulling a stunt is you, Mike. I already called your office and your secretary told me that you don't have any sort of business trip on your schedule. She told me that you were using PTO starting from today. She even said she had assumed that we were going on vacation together.
What? Who are you to think you can call my office and get information without my permission?
You're only upset because I've caught you lying to me. And because you can't go on about your business trip when we both know you're out with some other woman. I have a strong feeling that every time you've been on one of your oh-so-important business trips, you've been going to meet up with someone else. Lying to your wife over and over again while you're sneaking around behind my back. You're really something else, Mark. I don't understand how you can compartmentalize the way you act.
Shut up! Don't speak to me like that. You're my wife, not my mother. I don't know how you came up with the idea that I'm at some elegant place that's specific to having affairs. I'm not doing anything but relaxing with a female friend of mine that I get along with. Stop making such a fuss over it. You're being annoying.
A female friend of yours that you get along with, huh? Yeah, right. I'm sure you're just having fun, doing regular friendship things, huh?
Well, after my trips, I always end up coming back home to you, don't I? Seems like that should be enough for you, shouldn't it? So if I'm out having fun in between the times I'm at home and at work, it shouldn't be an issue as long as I come back home afterwards. If you were a good wife, you'd keep your mouth shut and learn your place. Stop making a big deal about me taking care of my own needs. I take care of you, don't I?
I absolutely cannot believe you right now. Are you seriously trying to justify the fact that you're cheating on me because I'm supposed to be a good wife and let you do what you want?
Well, men are the ones that have to carry the stress of needing to work and be the breadwinners of the household. We have a ton of responsibilities that are thrust on us. We have to take care of the mortgage, electric bill, be in charge of the house. Husbands have more responsibilities than you can imagine, and we work our asses off to make it happen. So if I have to relieve my stress by spending time with another woman, you should thank me for it instead of nagging about it.
I shouldn't have to put up with this. You are such a narcissist. You found a way to make cheating on your wife while you have children with her all about how awesome you are. I don't understand how you could betray your family like this and then have an attitude this terrible when you get caught. Don't you think you're showing a pathetic example of a father to your son?
Will you stop being so annoying? This is one of the things that caused this in the first place. The constant nagging. Sure, in most cases, a man going out on his wife would make him evil. But I'm drowning in stress caused by you. So, in reality, you're the one who's evil. If you regret being cheated on, maybe you should have been a better wife. I do blame myself all around as a father, but I've been messed up because of how much you've stressed me out over the years. How am I supposed to raise a son when you suck the life from me?
What is that supposed to mean? You can go out and cheat on me, then blame me for why you did it in the first place? And then say I'm the reason you're a bad father. You are literally the worst person I've ever met in my life. I don't ever want to see your face again. If that's the way you want to live your life, be my guest and do whatever you'd like. But do me a favor and don't come home this time. I mean it. Stay with your new girlfriend and leave us alone.
What? Don't kid yourself. That house isn't yours, it's mine. You can't threaten to kick me out of my own house. If you don't like what I do to get by, then you can be the one to leave. Not me. Any wife who can't look past a one-time thing that her husband did is an idiot. As a matter of fact, An idiot woman like you should have no right to continue living in my house. It's my name on the deed, after all. So, you and your son can both get your stuff and get out of my house while I'm thinking about it, actually. Make sure you're packed and out before I get back.
Excuse me?
Trying to tell me I can't come back to a home that I pay for? Get real. So if you can't get with the program and understand that I'm just doing what I need to do so I can pay the bills, then you can be the one to leave. And honestly, I don't really want to look at your face either. So how about you just hurry up and get out? It would be nice to bring my new girlfriend over to an empty house anyways.
You're disgusting. You plan on coming back to the house you're kicking your wife and kid out of with your new girlfriend to live with her here? You could so easily toss your child and wife out like that. Do you not have any feelings as a father during all this?
Nope. No feelings about it. Feels fine, actually. Too bad, though. My girlfriend just had renovations done on her new place. Seems like a waste since she won't be living there much longer. But I guess we can take this opportunity to start a divorce anyways. I was hoping to find a way to start a new life with her. So this is perfect timing, really.
To be so easily able to throw out the word divorce like that. I think I'm finally starting to understand what you really are on the inside, Mark.
Good for you, then. If you truly understand me now, then hurry up and get out, stupid woman. The moment I get back from this trip, I'm filing for divorce. So be a good wife and be patient until I get back to sign the divorce papers, will you? I've got the best lawyer around, by the way. You won't win if you try to fight it.
Stephanie! I am so sorry for my stupid son. I just heard about what happened. I cannot believe that Mike would do that to you. I didn't raise him to act like this. I have no idea where I went wrong. Huh? Mike actually called you to tell you what was going on? Yes. I just got off the phone with him a moment ago. He told me he decided to divorce you and told me not to worry because he was bringing home a new woman. I thought I was going to faint as soon as I heard him say that. I swear I could have reached through the phone and strangled him. Wow. I didn't think he'd say that to you. He called and told you really fast then. But like Mike said, he wants to get a divorce. It seems that he wants to start his life over with a younger, prettier woman rather than keep going on with his middle-aged, wrinkly old wife. Oh my God. I am so sorry. I did not raise Mike to be like this. I don't understand how my son could be so terrible. Becky, it's not your fault. This is entirely Mike's actions. You don't have to apologize on his behalf. Make sure you take him for all the alimony you can. Take your hurt out on his wallet. You have to be able to take care of Andy also. You know what? Why don't you just keep the house as a way of making this better? He doesn't deserve it anymore. What? Are you sure? Absolutely I am. Mike doesn't deserve that house after he cheats on his wife and leaves her to take care of his child. So just keep living the way you're living and let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out. Raising a child as a single mother has many challenges. If you don't mind, I'd like to help out, even if it's just in a small way. I wish there was something more I could do for you. For the both of you. Honestly, just hearing that you're so supportive makes me feel a lot better. But it does look like Mike plans on continuing to live in this house. He said he was going to live here with the woman he's cheating on me with. He said what? He wants to kick you and Andy out, then bring the woman he's cheating on you with back to your house to live with her instead. That's what he told me, yes. He said it's his name on the deed, so it's legally his house. And he just told me to take Andy and get out. Actually, he called him your son, if I'm being honest. He didn't. And he said he didn't feel bad at all kicking us out. Surely if Mike's name is on the deed, then he has ownership of the house, right? It's frustrating. But I have to follow the law. And it seems like it's in his favor. Plus, his lawyer is way too expensive for me to be able to fight anything. That's so horrible. After he does all that, you're the one that has to deal with all the difficulty after the divorce. There's nothing I can really do about it. So for now, I'm packing our bags. Mike said he wants us out of the house before he returns with that woman he's with. So I really do apologize, but I don't have much time. So I need to go. We have a lot to pack up, and I have to figure out where we're going to stay. No. There's no need for that, Stephanie. You don't need to leave the house. Don't pack any bags. Just sign the divorce papers and do nothing else. I will take care of it. What? I will swing by to pick up the divorce papers in a little while. It's my responsibility to get my son to sign them and bring them to the courthouse. So you and Andy just stay as you are in that house, please. Oh, and I'll be bringing by a locksmith to change the locks on the door for you. I'll make sure it gets changed before my idiot son gets home. I don't want him barging in like he hasn't done anything wrong. Are you sure it's okay to do something like that? When Mike gets home, he's going to flip out. And I'm positive he's going to have his lawyer with him if the locks are changed. Don't you worry about a thing. I've got a great idea. So keep your head up, Stephanie. Even if I can't force him to undo anything, I can at least punish him. As the mother that raised this screw-up, it's my responsibility to fix this.
Look, would you just be an adult about this and get out already? That house is my property. We already signed the divorce papers, so you're nothing more than a squatter now. The deed is in my name, so you have no right to be living in my house anymore. I could call the police and have them drag you out, but I'm being nice by allowing you to walk out yourself.
Yeah, that would be a terrible thing, to be dragged out of the house by the police. And after all, we are divorced, so it's not like there's any reason for you and I to live in the same house together anymore.
Yet you're still sitting around in my house refusing to leave. And you arbitrarily decide to just change the locks. You really want to play the terrible ex-wife role, don't you? But you'll still talk to me like I'm the bad guy, when you're the bringer of everything evil in the world. Get out of my house or I'm calling the police.
Huh? Did you say I'm the bringer of all evil in the world? What the hell does that even mean?
Because of you. Everyone at my office is talking about how I used company vehicles to go meet up with someone to have an affair. Now I have to clear all that up at work. You're making it uncomfortable for me to make money now. And because of you telling them all that, I was removed from an important project. My boss keeps dropping hints about how much of a family man he is. So, yes, you've brought nothing but evil on me. That's why I wanted to leave you in the first place. You always bring me down.
No one put a gun to your head and forced you to go have an affair. Don't try to put the consequences of your selfish actions on anyone but yourself.
I'm not the one that's selfish. You've locked yourself into your ex-husband's house and refused to leave. Doesn't that make you the selfish one? I can't get into the house that I paid for, so I've been stuck in my girlfriend's apartment since I got back. I'm warning you. If you don't leave in 5 minutes, I'm calling the police.
Why are you complaining about that? Aren't you the one who said you'd like to spend every day with your new young girlfriend anyways?
Don't give me that sarcastic tone. Sarcasm doesn't look good on women. That's one reason why you're not as attractive as you used to be. You regret signing those divorce papers, but you can't say it, huh?
What? You think I actually regret divorcing you? No way.
Yep, I'm sure you do. I'm positive you regret it, actually. You couldn't bring yourself to forgive me for having an affair once or twice, as if it was the worst thing ever. And now your world is crumbling around you because of it. The truth is, you really want to get back together. You can't help yourself. So this is just your poor excuse of a last resort to try to win me back.
Ew. Stop saying stuff like that. You're making me gag. Ugh. Who in their right mind would ever want to get back together with someone like you?
Ouch. Stephanie, can't you just play nice for once? What's with you angrily changing the locks and keeping yourself locked in the house like you're preparing for a siege or something? Are you just doing that because you want me to break it off with this woman and come back home to you?
Absolutely not.
I mean, it's admirable, but your plan is pretty sloppy. Just locking the doors and sitting around, waiting for me to return. What did you expect to happen when I got back? You can spare yourself the stress of all this and think about getting back together with me. Depending on your attitude, I might decide to break it off and come back home.
Huh? Why this sudden change of heart? I thought you were going to start a new life with that 20-something girlfriend of yours. Didn't you already make it official with her? Or did you realize she's too young to do adult things, like tie her shoes or write her name in cursive?
She's not really wife material, honestly.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, she's fun to go out on dates with and have fun, but I can't imagine actually marrying that thing. I mean, her body is amazing, but let's put it this way. After living with her for a bit, I'm seeing some red flags. She doesn't cook, clean, do anything really. You're better at all those things than she is, honestly. Besides the body thing. But maybe if you went to the gym and started on a diet, you could get better. So I guess I'd be open to reconciling with you.
Wow. Is that your way of trying to get me back? Insult me and hope that I feel bad enough to want to be with you again? You think because your new girlfriend can't cook and clean, you think we should get back together?
It really doesn't matter why. You should just thank me for saying I'll take you back. And it should make Andy happy too. The father he loves so much is coming home.
You're unbelievable. But Andy hasn't asked about you one single time since you've been gone, actually.
Well, if I do take pity on you and come back, I don't want you to be all nagging and annoying like usual. And I'm sure you're feeding him lies about me anyways. Oh, I know. We'll make a list of special conditions for us to reconcile so you know what I expect of you moving forward. If you get on your knees and apologize, I'll head back home right now.
Don't kid yourself, Mike. You should be the one begging me for forgiveness.
No, I'm completely serious. If you kneel before me and tell me you're sorry, I might even be able to marry you. Yeah, that's it. I'm a bad woman who can't forgive my amazing husband for cheating on me. Say that while you grovel in front of me. Ha! Do that, and I'll get back together with you. Well, I'll think about letting you get back together with me.
Who in their right mind would do something like that for a person like you? You're making yourself look like a bigger idiot every time you say something new. This is a new record for you.
Idiot. Is that really a nice thing to call someone you want to be with? You keep that up and you'll miss your chance to get back together with me. I might just call the police right now and see what they have to say about all of this. Don't forget whose name is on the deed. I will come over there and force you out myself if I have to.
Excuse me? You'll force me out yourself?
I will. And that would make things more difficult for you, wouldn't it? Because I wouldn't give you the luxury of bringing bags with you when you leave. So, you know the right thing to do. Better get on it. If you want to get back with me, beg. If you don't, then you won't have a house to live in come tomorrow.
The one who doesn't have a house is you. I'm not joking either. I would never beg anyone to come back to me, let alone someone like you. Oh, by the way, I put your stuff outside by the curb. You should come get it before the garbage trucks do. Or before the rain ruins everything much more.
Huh? What gives you the right to throw my stuff out like that? You can't just play house like you own the place just because I'm not there.
But the landlord said I can do as I please with anything in the house. The landlord being your mother, of course.
What? Why are you bringing my mom up?
I didn't know this. but it turns out that it's actually your mother who owns this property. I thought you actually bought this property from her. But you didn't actually pay a penny, did you?
I don't see why that matters. The land ownership changing process is a pain, so there was no reason not to just keep the land in my mom's name. So, I saved costs by not buying the land and just building the house on top of it.
Sure, you can think of it that way. But have you ever heard of illegal domicile occupation?
Huh? Illegal domicile occupation.
The land the house stands on is owned by your mom, and the deed of the house is in your name. But you must own the land that your home sits on to legally reside in it. So if your mother decided to kick everyone out of the house, then anyone living on her property would have to leave, regardless of whether their name is on the deed to the house or not. It would be illegal, actually, to build a house on someone's property without permission.
Huh? What does this have to do with anything I was talking about? It's not like I'm a stranger that broke onto her property. She's my mom. So it's not an issue for me to have a house on her property. Plus, she said that I could use the property as I pleased when we were building the house.
But do you have that in writing?
What?
Do you have it in writing? As in a contract stating you were allowed to have a house on her property? Or did you just have a verbal agreement with your mother about it? Did you make sure to keep records of everything with the house?
There was no point in having anything like that. It wasn't necessary because we're family.
Well, if you don't have any proof of a contract, then you can't say that your mother allowed you to build on her property, because she's the one with all the legal ownership. And we don't have any sort of contract saying we're allowed to have this house here.
What?
In short, legally, we'd have to hand over the house to your mom. And if she said we had to vacate the house, the law would be on her side.
What? Is that true? But she never mentioned anything like that to me. Anyways, I'm her son, and there's no way a mother would kick her son out like this.
It's totally possible that she would. Because I, your mother, am saying this to you right now.
Mom, why are you messaging me from Stephanie's phone?
I'm right here with her, actually. I've been reading all the messages you've been sending to her. I can't believe you turned out this way after all the work I put into raising you. I told Stephanie not to reconcile with you, that she was going to have the house as a way of apologizing for your actions. I told her if you weren't able to apologize for what you did, then I was going to make you leave the house to her.
Huh? Wait a second. Why would you give my house away like that, Mom?
What's so bad about giving Stephanie the house her cheating husband tried to kick her and my grandson out of? After all, you turned out to be a failure. It's time I start investing in Stephanie and Dandy and pray he didn't learn anything from you.
What are you saying?
As a side note, the cost for me to demolish the house would be billed to you. So if you'd rather not sign the deed over to Stephanie, then you can just pay me for all the demolition, and you'll still have to pay the home mortgage as well.
What do you mean I'd have to pay the mortgage?
The demolition of a house doesn't negate the original loan, and from what Stephanie said, there's still a 20-year loan with your name on it. On top of that, the demolition of a house this size would be tens of thousands of dollars. A mortgage for a house that doesn't exist. The cost of a home demolition. Seems like quite the cost.
No, you're lying. Give me a second to think. I couldn't afford that.
Well, you can always give Stephanie the house, as I've just pointed out. Then there would be no need to demolish it. Do that and I'll ignore the fact that there's an illegally occupied structure on my property.
What kind of position is that for me to be left in? I can't go back to the house that I paid to build in the first place.
Ah, now you're finally catching on. So, the narcissistic son of mine does have some brains left then, huh?
What?
Oh well, we'll just let the past stay in the past. Since you ran out of love for Stephanie, There's nothing more you can do. But Mike, if you're going to have a child with someone, then decide to end it like this. Make sure you take responsibility for it. That's what you vowed to do when you were first married. Till death do us part. Remember?
Oh, that's rich. Tell me to take responsibility for something that Stephanie's basically forced me to do. A wife who forces her husband to cheat on her is the worst kind of woman. But even though I did what I did, why should the consequences of me cheating on her be this harsh? It doesn't make sense for you to say that I can't live in the house I paid for.
I cannot believe what this stupid son of mine is saying. Stephanie did her duties and responsibilities as a wife. She took care of your child and your home. And she worked part-time on top of that. And you've done nothing but complain about how difficult your cushy office job is. If you complain and groan about this any longer, I will immediately contact a demolition company. And I will make sure to ask for the most expensive demolition.
Mom, please wait. Please don't do that. I promise I'm not arguing or complaining about it anymore. So, please don't demolish that house. I can't afford something like that. Please, Stephanie. Forgive me. Let's get back together. I don't have any other way I can get back into my house if we don't get back together.
You really think I'd take you back after all that? Stop kidding yourself.
But doesn't Andy miss me? And it must be difficult to try to raise a child all by yourself, without being able to go out and work.
Actually, we're doing just fine. Your mom has been a tremendous help.
My mom has. She hasn't even spoken to me.
Yeah, ever since she helped me with the divorce. She's been helping us out in any way she can. She's a literal lifesaver, let me tell you. And she's been doing so much. I feel so happy to have her around all the time. So we actually don't feel any extra stress without having you around.
I'm his father too, you know.
Don't you worry about us. We're totally fine. Plus, with you paying the mortgage and child support, we're doing great financially.
But things are not good for me. I'm still not able to live in my own house. But I have to keep paying the mortgage payments. That's not fair. And having to pay child support and alimony on top of all that. I'm pretty much sure that gives you guys 90% of my paycheck. How is that fair?
Don't blame me for your name being on the mortgage. That was your idea, to have you be the only one on it in the first place. And legally, you have to pay alimony and child support. Besides, it was your bright idea to get divorced in the first place. I'm supposed to be bad for you, but you didn't think anything through? As far as giving us most of your paycheck, you can always try to pick up more hours at work to make more money if you'd like.
Yeah, ever since this whole divorce thing, my boss hasn't been too happy with me. You shouldn't have said anything to my office about what was going on. Plus, my girlfriend just kicked me out as well. But honestly, the worst of all of this is paying the mortgage for a house I'm not allowed to live in. What kind of life is this for me? Seriously.
Seems like the life you threw away so easily looks pretty nice about now, huh?
That wasn't my fault. But stop changing the subject. You guys are completely draining all my money. And that's why my girlfriend left me. She said I couldn't pay for dates, and we couldn't have a life together because of how little money I have now. So you're ruining my life over and over again. This isn't fair.
Oh, you poor thing. How sad. Your new pretty girlfriend doesn't want to be with you because you can't afford to take her out. Boo-hoo.
If you really felt bad for me, you'd take me back. That would be the only way I could get back on my feet. Because Mom is refusing to help me out, or even speak to me because of all the things you've said about me. Please, can you just be reasonable for once and try to reconcile this? I'll even beg you if that's what it takes.
Your crying isn't worth anything to me. I don't really care if you're in an uncomfortable position. But you can shut up and keep paying your alimony and mortgage. That's all you're good to me for now. Now that you understand what your place is, stop contacting me before I get a restraining order on you on top of everything else. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but Mike and I did not end up getting back together. But at least he's keeping himself busy and out of my hair while he works 2 jobs to pay his child support and alimony. Oh, and the mortgage, too. However, Mike is the father of my child, so I've allowed visits, as long as Mike's mom is there. She refuses to talk to him outside of these visits, though. She's still mad at how he acted. Mike's supposedly doing well at work now. He keeps talking about how he expects to get a promotion soon. We'll see, though. Mike's tried to get his mother to allow him back in the house, but she won't let him until we decide to move out. It seems like Mike's had a good taste of his own medicine, and it tastes pretty bad. Hey, Aiden. Bad news. I'm going to be stuck in the hospital for 2 weeks.
What? You are?
According to the doctors, it seems there were fractures in my sacral and pubic regions.
Your injuries were really that bad? Samantha, you only fell down the stairs at my parents' house.
You only fell down the stairs, you say? Isn't that a little dismissive? I don't know about you, but I think that's plenty dangerous.
I mean, yeah, I guess. It's because you screwed up and lost your footing, isn't it? Those stairs are not that steep, so I don't understand how you managed to injure yourself.
Would it kill you to at least be a little more worried for me?
Don't get me wrong, I am worried. Jeez. Sensitive much? I was going to visit after I came back from my business trip, you know.
Uh-huh. So that would mean in 3 more days.
I guess so, yeah.
Hey, listen. I wanted to talk to you about something. It has to do with my accident and how I got hurt.
Talk to me. About what?
This might not be something you want to hear, but here goes. The reason why I fell down the stairs was because of your mom.
Because of my mom? What the hell are you talking about?
I know I didn't say anything about it before, but based on how she's been treating me, it seems your mother doesn't like me very much. The truth is, ever since we got married, she's been harassing me nonstop.
What? That can't be right. Doesn't my mom always call you over to their house? And you'd always go? This time wasn't any different, was it? Are you sure you aren't misunderstanding things?
Yeah, but every time she calls me over, your mom treats me like her maid. Always yapping and complaining as I'm doing all the work. Saying things like, "Why did Aiden choose to marry you of all people?"
And so you think that's why you fell down the stairs?
Yes. I fell down the stairs because your mom was making me carry a bunch of stuff, and I happened to be at the edge of the stairs. She kept piling them in my arms until I couldn't even see what was in front of me. But she didn't care. She demanded that I go and take them downstairs, then pushed me.
But it was an accident.
How can you come to that conclusion based on what I just told you?
You claim that my mom pushed you. But it's not like you were pushed that hard or anything, right?
Sure, I wasn't pushed that hard. But does that really matter? It's true that I fell down the stairs, isn't it? You can't deny that.
Even so, you can't assume it's my mom's fault. That's awful of you. How do you think that makes me feel? You want to say she pushed you on purpose? Is that it?
I don't know for sure. But what I do know is that she doesn't like me.
I don't know. I just really don't think she would find it within herself to push you down the stairs. I can't wrap my head around it. It's not like her. She's my mom. I know her better than anyone. Can't you believe me? I know she would never do that. And you say she was complaining, but isn't that level of nitpicking normal between a mother and daughter-in-law?
You don't understand. It was really getting to me. All those horrible things she was saying were so upsetting. I couldn't ignore them. It felt awful.
We haven't even been married for a year yet. Of course you guys are gonna butt heads from time to time. That's just how it is. You have to get used to each other. Also, just because she said a thing or two here and there and hurt your feelings, you think you can use that to say she pushed you down the stairs on purpose? Are you that much of a fragile little snowflake?
No, I'm not basing it on that alone. There's more. There have been times she's gone and kicked me as I'm cleaning around the house.
Okay, now you're just making things up. It wasn't a situation where she just couldn't see her feet and accidentally hit you. Because I wouldn't say that's exactly uncommon.
I don't think they were accidents. Hence why I'm even bothering to bring it up. I'm struggling to give her the benefit of the doubt when it felt like there was clear intent behind it.
But whenever I'm there with you, you two chat and get along fine. I don't get it. What's up all of a sudden? Why do you suddenly have a problem?
I know I should have come out and spoken up sooner. That's on me. I wanted her to accept me, so I try my best to make conversation and get on her good side. I did all that because I wanted us to get along. Then things turned out like this. And now I think it's going to be hard to socialize with her when she's shown me such hostility.
Hey, Samantha. Can't you try to understand her more?
What? Me?
I've spent years of my life with her. She's raised me, after all, so I know her well. She's not the kind of person who would do something like that behind my back. And she's not a nag like most women. If anything, she's the opposite. Above all else, I haven't once heard her complain about you. To be frank, you telling me it's her fault comes as a real shock. I find it hard to believe.
I've only told you the truth.
I'm just saying. You've been acting like you don't have at least some responsibility for your fall. Own up to it, will you?
I mean, I guess I did have some.
Right. So it doesn't make sense that you're trying to make it sound like it was my mom's fault. You're the one who was stupid enough to fall and hurt yourself that badly. Who gets hospitalized from falling down the stairs like that?
In other words, you won't believe me?
It's not a matter of believing you or not. That's my objective opinion. The world doesn't run on feelings, it runs on facts and logic. And from what I've been hearing, that's the conclusion I've come to. And do you have any proof that my mom's been harassing you? Be serious. If she really was, you should have some. So cough it up.
I don't.
That's what I thought. Samantha, it's probably all in your head. You tell me she's doing all these things to you, but from how I see it, you're thinking into it way too deep. If you had proof, I'd believe you. But you don't, so... Listen, you're allowed to feel what you want and all, but taking offense to what someone else says or does to you doesn't mean they meant it that way. That's your own subjective experience. It's not their fault that you got offended. Toughen up. I think you're just being way too sensitive. Knowing my mom, she doesn't mean you any harm. And, see, I don't want to take your word for it at face value without hearing the other side of the story. I'd hate to jump to conclusions.
I see. Okay. I understand. I won't talk about this anymore.
If you understand, then that's fine. I'll drop it. She's my mom. The only one I have. I want you two to play nice and get along. That's all I'm asking here. Why are you making it so difficult? Everyone has their in-law family drama. Work it out somehow. This is really bad. My mom was involved in an accident.
She was? What happened? Is she okay?
Thankfully, none of her injuries were life-threatening. But it seems she broke her arm. She'll need to recuperate at home for a while and rest.
That's too bad.
Because of that, you're going to be taking care of her. Her dominant arm is broken and her other one is hurt. There's a lot she won't be able to do anymore until she's healed. Oh, and just so you know, she'll be discharged the day after tomorrow, so be prepared to head over there as soon as she's out.
Wait. Hold on. I'm supposed to take care of her?
I mean, yeah, since I have to work and I'm the man of the house. You're a housewife. You have nothing but time. And you're back on your feet now, aren't you? All your injuries have healed. It's not like you have an excuse as to why you can't.
Okay, you're right. But I don't want to take care of her.
What did you say? Oh, come on. Don't tell me you still think she pushed you down the stairs. We've been through this already.
Even if it wasn't about that, I've already told you that I didn't want to go over to their house anymore, didn't I? I don't want to risk anything happening to me again. And I've come to the conclusion that it's in our best interests if we avoided each other as much as possible. For both of our sakes.
Do you remember how when you couldn't do your usual household chores, she came over and fixed dinner for us? She did, didn't she? She did that for you. Yet you're saying you won't repay her kindness in her time of need? When she's hurt and in pain. How ungrateful can you be? As a matter of fact, nothing has happened between you two for the past several months, has it? Or are you going to claim that she's done something to you behind my back again?
I never said I wanted her to come over and help. That's something she decided to do on her own, so I don't think I owe her squat. That's not me being ungrateful. If she wanted a favor from me in return, she shouldn't have bothered in the first place. And the reason why nothing has happened between us is because you went and told her everything, isn't it? About exactly what I've been thinking of her and how she's been treating me. Would you normally just go up to the person in question and confront them like that without giving it a second thought? You thought that was a good idea.
I only talked to her to be sure. Was I in the wrong here? Why are you treating me like the bad guy?
What do you suppose happens when you go up to your mom, who is only playing the role of a good mother-in-law in front of you while degrading me behind your back, and talk to her about what I've said she's been doing to me? Did it occur to you that it'd make things worse for me? If you ask her,
Hey, have you been harassing my wife?
no one in their right mind would reply, Bingo, you got it.
You're still going on about that. Like I said before, if you have proof that she's been harassing you, then cough it up.
You're the one who ruined my chance at giving you that evidence. At any rate, I am not going. If she needs to be taken care of so badly, why don't you take some paid time off and do it yourself?
You know what? I don't want to put it like this, but who do you think's putting food on your table? A roof over your head? Huh? And hearing someone talk crap about your mom is enough to put anyone in a bad mood, including me.
Believe me, I didn't want to have to say these kinds of things either. But I didn't think they were so worth hiding that I'd stay silent after being seriously hurt. It was bad enough that I was hospitalized for 2 weeks, you know. Did you forget about that? I thought you of all people would believe me. Clearly, I was wrong. Do you know how much courage it took for me to open up to you?
I don't care. You're going to go over there and you're going to take care of her. You're the wife of the house, so get it together and be a good daughter-in-law for her.
I don't want to care for someone who's been treating me so horribly.
Listen here. This is what I've decided, so you don't have a choice. You'll obey your husband whether you like it or not. You'll go and take care of her. It doesn't matter if you don't want to. This is an order. If you can't do that, then I think it'll be impossible for us to continue as husband and wife.
Are you saying we should divorce? Because I won't take care of your mother? Because of her? That's why you want to divorce me.
It's not my mom's fault. Stop with that already. You can't go and blame her for everything. It's too convenient. Come to think of it, maybe it's not that my mom doesn't like you, but rather, it's you that doesn't like her.
I'm done here. I refuse to take care of your mom, and that's final. Regardless of what you say, I'm going to do as I please.
Samantha, don't be unreasonable. You're going to do what I tell you. I don't want to be the bad guy, but you forced my hand. I expect you to be there the day after tomorrow. If you don't, you'll be sleeping out on the streets before you know it. Samantha, I got the message from my mom. I'm disappointed in you. You still haven't gone. You've disobeyed me.
I told you there's no way I'm going, didn't I? And if she's well enough to use her phone, she's fine. She wasn't hospitalized for 2 weeks like I was.
I don't know if she really did do anything like abuse or harass you or whatever, but just put everything in the past. You know what they say, forgive and forget. If you won't take care of her, honest to God, I'll divorce you. I'm dead serious. Don't think I won't. I'll divorce you with a snap of my fingers. Just like that.
Wow, really? That sounds great. Let's divorce today then.
Huh?
You know, I've been thinking long and hard about it for a little while now. But at this point, there's really no hope left for us. Might as well divorce. In fact, I've already been preparing. Thanks for giving me the heads up. I'll sign the papers right away then.
Hey, hang on. Are you telling me you seriously want a divorce?
Sure am. Why do you seem so surprised? You want a divorce too, right? You've said so yourself. You want to divorce me as soon as possible.
Are you listening? That's only if you won't look after my mom.
I have absolutely no intention of helping your mother. And so, just as you've said, I will file for divorce.
Are you for real?
Of course. If I wasn't, then we wouldn't be divorcing. Aren't you for real too? Come on. You said those things to me because you truly wanted to divorce me, right?
That's not it. If you'd just be good and look after my mom like I told you to, then divorce wouldn't even be on the table.
I've already told you I will not be doing that. How many times do I have to say this? Quit making me repeat myself.
Hey, are you really okay with this? Divorcing over something so stupid?
Oh, that's rich coming from you. You're acting like it was my idea. This was what you suggested.
Yeah, but I didn't think you'd agree.
And for your information, I don't think it's a stupid reason. Ever since we got married, your mom has been mistreating me, borderline abusing me, and I've had to grin and bear it all the while to keep the peace. I had every intention of finding a way for us to get along. I really did try. But my painstaking efforts were a waste. Nothing got better no matter what I did. And then I was pushed down the stairs, hospitalized. And when I finally confided in you about her abuse, you wouldn't believe me. In fact, you made it seem like I was the one in the wrong, didn't you?
But it's not like I ever saw my mom do anything to you.
You know, Aiden, I've really had it up to here with you. You just won't take me seriously. You won't even listen. Everything might have started as a result of your mother's harassment. But make no mistake, you're the main reason why we're divorcing.
Just hold on. Let's reconsider this. Forget about the divorce.
Why?
Because my brain just can't keep up. I need us to slow down so I can process this.
Sad. Why don't you remind me again who was the one to bring up divorce to begin with? If you're having second thoughts now, it's too late. You had your chance. I'm leaving, and you can't stop me. So let me know when you've filled those papers out, okay?
No, please, wait. Samantha, let's have a talk when I get home. Just hold off on leaving for now. We'll work it out.
No way. I want to get a divorce. I find it difficult for us to continue living as a couple.
I'm sorry. I don't really want a divorce. I needed someone to look after my mom, and you were the only one I could ask. I was desperate, but I went too far and said something I shouldn't have.
So you thought I was going to obey if you threatened me with divorce. Just because I'm a housewife and you provide me with living expenses and support, you thought I'd do anything you ask without question.
That's not how it is.
Oh, but that's exactly how it is. Why else would you talk to me like that? I'm not your slave, nor am I your mother's. I won't do what I don't want to do, and I can't imagine holding my tongue and bottling everything up forever for the sake of continuing our sad excuse of a marriage. It's not like I married you specifically so you'd provide me support. I'm not that dependent on a husband.
I should have worded things better. I'm sorry.
How you said it isn't the problem. Even though I was pushed down the stairs, and I finally opened up to you about how it was your mother who had done that to me, about how she's been abusing me this whole time, I found out you're the kind of person who'd sweep that under the rug by telling me it was all in my head. Me, your own wife. And without fully understanding the circumstances of my relationship with your mom, you blabbed to her about everything I told you. In other words, you betrayed me. As far as I'm concerned, you're a horrible husband.
I didn't think that deeply into it. I honestly didn't realize anything was wrong.
That's a lie. You just wanted to pretend you didn't notice. Sure, your mom wouldn't be so stupid as to say blatantly mean things to me while you're watching. That'd be too obvious. But she'd make sure I knew how much you disliked me in other ways. Like whenever we'd go over to your parents' house, she'd always give me the most pathetic portions at the dinner table. And the time she'd bring back souvenirs from her trips, she'd only ever get them for you. I won't let you say you didn't notice that.
I assumed she was only favoring me because I'm her own kid, not because she specifically had anything against you.
Would you say the same thing if you were in my shoes? How's this? If you came over to my parents' house and everyone had their plates piled with expensive meats and dishes, but you're given a meal with nothing but beans and rice, and you had to watch them enjoy themselves while you're stuck with this poor man's dinner, how do you think that'd make you feel? Wouldn't you feel awful? Left out? Wouldn't you feel like they hated you?
I'm sorry. I didn't think harassment from in-laws was that big of a deal. I thought it was normal.
So that's why you thought I should just stick it out and hope for the best? Even when I was pushed down the stairs? Oh, right. Since I don't have proof, I apparently fell down the stairs for funsies. According to you, anyway.
Samantha, I'm really sorry. I'll pay more attention from now on. I swear it. You don't have to take care of my mom either. I was in the wrong, so I want you to forgive me.
No way. Part of why I won't is because your mom hurt me. But the final straw was how you acted after I'd told you everything. There was nothing else I hated more than that. I understood then and there that you weren't someone who I could trust to help me when I needed it. Even now, you're just full of excuses.
I'm so sorry. I thought things would get better over time.
So that means you were planning on making me hold out until after your mom died? I am so glad we're divorcing. I felt that from the bottom of my heart just now. My anger and frustration at you has been eating me up from the inside ever since I was hospitalized. What a weight off my shoulders you'll be when we're through.
Samantha, please be reasonable. I don't want a divorce over something like this. I admit that I didn't respond as well as I could have. I acknowledge that. But when it comes down to it, it's apparently been my mom's fault, right? So why are you divorcing me? It's okay if you never see her again, so please, I'm begging you. Reconsider.
What? It's not your mom's fault. Were you actually listening to what I was saying? Even if your mom was the catalyst, my reasons for going through with the divorce lie squarely on you. It's your fault. Don't get it confused.
I'm really, really sorry. Please stop with the divorce. I'll apologize for all the times I've hurt you. I won't say anything anymore. I won't care what you do from now on. You can do whatever you like.
That's right. So that's why I'm getting a divorce. I don't need a mother-in-law who'll hurt and harass her son's wife. And I don't need a husband who'll stand by and defend her. You even intended to force me to care for her. All while threatening me with divorce. Ugh, you're really just the worst. It'd be crazy of me to think I could start over with someone like that.
It was entirely my fault. Please, forgive me. Samantha, I really love you. Truly, I love you from the bottom of my heart.
No, you don't. You wouldn't have treated me like that if you did.
That's not true. You're the one I love most, more than anything else in the world. Please, believe me.
There's no way I can? After all, there's no proof. If there is, why don't you show it to me? After discussing it with my husband for over a month, I successfully divorced him, and we went our separate ways. It wasn't like he was having an affair, so I didn't receive alimony. I got my small share of the assets, and I had absolutely no regrets about the divorce. Beyond all else, I was so happy I could get away from those two. It was a huge weight off my shoulders. Not to mention, I've heard the relationship between them has grown strained ever since the divorce. My mother-in-law lamented her son's choice in women, saying he had no taste. And with my ex being my ex, the two got into an argument. He apparently blamed her for the divorce. How ironic. I have absolutely no intentions of forgiving my mother-in-law. But what I found most unforgivable of all was my husband. If I hadn't realized his true colors sooner rather than later, he would have no doubt kept repeating that kind of behavior. Afterwards, I went back home to my parents' house and have been giving my wounded heart the time it needs to heal. Having said that, I don't think I can stay like this forever. So I started my job search the other day. Every time I remember what happened, the pent-up anger inside me bubbles to the surface. But I don't plan to hold on to these feelings forever. I'll move on from it, and I made a promise to myself to become even happier than those two. In the end, I think that's the best kind of revenge for me. Hey, is this Jenna Smith? Huh? This must be Beth. Good job today at work. I didn't realize that you'd end up coming to work with me at the same company and same department after switching jobs. This must be a part of my destiny. But why the hell is this really happening? I'm sorry, but what exactly do you mean by that? We only met each other yesterday, so... Well, my ex-husband is now currently your husband. So I was just wondering why his new and so-called improved wife has to start working in the same department as me. What? I had heard about him getting married again, and when I heard that it was you, I knew I needed to come talk to you. This is quite the unwanted coincidence, huh? He told me about his first wife being rather... Well, it's good to know that you were his first, and that you'll be working with me from now on. Well, if you're still interested in talking about him and me, then that'll have to wait a bit. What? We shouldn't be talking like this outside of work. We both know that we need to separate our private lives from our work. So, can we talk more about this stuff tomorrow? Or better yet, can we just forget about this all? Huh? That's all you have to say to me? Is there something else you really need to tell me? No, not really. I just thought you'd be much more upset about this, like I am. I'm not that upset by you being his ex, but more just concerned by the fact that you contacted me to talk about that sort of thing right now. But anyway, my dinner is about to be finished, so I'm going to have to go. See you later. David, are you able to talk right now?
Oh, hey, Jenna. I'm riding on the bus right now coming home, so I have a little time.
I hope you had a good day at work today. I know that recently things have been a bit stressful there and all.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm handling myself pretty well with the new company changes. So, what's going on? Do you need me to pick anything up on the way home?
No, thanks. However, I do have something I need to let you know about right away.
Okay, what's up?
Well, the company I just moved into yesterday. It seems that your ex-wife is also working there. And not only that, but she has been working in the department that I'll be working in from now on.
What? Beth was really there? Are you sure it wasn't someone with the same name?
Well, she apparently heard about me when I first entered the company. And after my first day at work, she texted me letting me know who she was.
She really went ahead and texted you like that out of nowhere. And it wasn't even for something work-related?
I mean, we are going to be working in the same department, so at some point we were going to need to confront each other. But I only learned that she is your ex when she told me. I would have never known that she was the one that you had all those crazy stories about.
Are you going to be okay with this? Having to work in the same company, let alone same department as your husband's ex-wife, has to be pretty difficult for you, right?
Well, I suppose it could become that way. But I've only just started here, so I want to give it a little longer. She hasn't really given me any reason to be concerned either yet. And it's been over 3.5 years now since the two of you divorced, right? I think we all know that some time has passed now, and she probably doesn't really care about you and I anymore.
If you say so. Just make sure not to let her try anything with you, okay? If anything starts to happen between you two, please tell me right away.
Thank you.
By the way, I'll be getting to my stop here soon. So, I'll see you in another 5 minutes or so.
All right. Be careful on your walk home. Jenna, can you come over to my cubicle and help me get my work done? I have a ton of paperwork that needs to be filled in, but I don't think my brain can take any more today. Again? What? What do you mean by again? You always seem to have a lot of free time over there, so I thought I'd help you find some work in getting mine done for me. I would have thought that my kindness had worn off on you by now, and you'd be right on top of the work I ask you to do. But giving me work to do isn't your job. That would be our manager's job. And even then, you have to do your own work or the manager will get upset. He already had a chat with me earlier this week about how much I helped you a few days ago. If you can't get your work done on your own, then that may become leftover work that needs to get done tomorrow. And I'm sure our manager wouldn't take too kindly to that. If you're not going to be able to handle your own work, then maybe someone else needs to step in and take your place. Man, you are one serious little girl, huh? I suppose that guy's taste in women really did change. I know for a fact that he used to love laid-back and sexy women like me. My husband has nothing to do with our work at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to start heading home now. Huh? What about my work? Once you've managed to finish your work, you'll be able to head home, right? That's pretty much how all office jobs go, right? I could have sworn that you've been working for this company a lot longer than me, so shouldn't I be the one asking you to help me? But I have plans for a date in an hour. And I have plans for dinner with my husband soon as well. Huh? I'll be leaving now. I don't really have the time to sit around talking with you about how to do your job. Have you just given up then? I can tell that you're lying to me right now about going out to dinner with that man of yours. Well, whatever. I'll just have another one of my coworkers do my work for me.
Jenna, I'm going to be getting home from work a little late tonight.
What happened?
Well, actually, I was asked to go overseas to Germany for work. I'll be leaving next Monday and won't be back for a week.
Oh? That's pretty rare, isn't it?
Well, I need to go over and help set up a new facility over there, and I'm the only one in my department that has a good understanding of the facility's systems. So, I'll be the one to make everything work for the German site when I get there.
I see. That seems pretty exciting then.
It sure does seem fun, but also a little stressful. Either way, it'll be my first time going to Germany, and I'll make sure to bring you some stuff from there. But as for today, I'm working with one of my other coworkers to start getting things prepared and packed up before we leave on the trip. That's why I'll end up being late tonight. So, if you don't mind eating before me, then go right ahead.
All right. Understood. Beth? By any chance, is today your day off? Oh, look who it is! Yeah, I took the day off today. From today, I'll be going on vacation with my boyfriend for 1 week.
Well, both our manager and the director are pissed off right now. They said they heard nothing from you about going on vacation for a week. Usually they'd allow you to take a week off if you asked for it, but leaving without saying anything is not good for anyone.
Ah, I must have forgotten to do that. I'm already at the airport now, so please let them know I'll be gone out of the US for a week.
Huh? No way am I doing that for you. How about you tell them yourself? You're an adult now. You can't even do the basics.
Hey, is there a chance that you still haven't noticed anything yet?
What are you on about?
It's something that'll blow your pants off, so I'll wait until I'm back to tell you. I'm going to turn off my phone now, okay?
Beth!
Jenna, how's it going? I'm still on vacation right now with my man, and we are both going crazy over each other.
Beth? Hey, if you keep this up, you're going to get yourself fired.
Well, that doesn't really bother me.
What?
I'm not going to need that job soon anyway.
Are you planning to get married to your boyfriend here soon then?
You could say that. I'm tired of waiting to tell you the big news, so I'll let you know now. That boyfriend of mine. Do you know who he is?
I don't really care, actually.
You'll start to care once you hear who he is. Actually, your husband has gone back to loving me.
Oh.
He said that after we marry, he's going to change jobs and will start bringing in a salary of around $400,000 a year. At least, that's what he told me. But I find it so amazing that just before this happened, he learned about you starting work in the same department as me. If you're planning to take him to court for a settlement or something, go right ahead. It won't hurt his wallet in the slightest. That's why I'm totally fine telling you about how I'm stealing my ex back from you, and I don't care about the repercussions. Also, it all happened so fast. One day when he was walking out of your house, he ran into me. And right there he told me that he wanted to get back with me. And he started booking a hotel for us right in front of me. Hey! How does it feel knowing that your husband is going back to his ex?
Before we get to that, I have a question. Where are you guys staying right now?
Mexico! We went back to the same place he took me for our honeymoon back when we first married.
So your honeymoon was in Mexico?
I'm sure you were pretty jealous of us, right? I heard that the two of you only went out to Florida for your honeymoon, right? Stayed at Disney World or something like that?
Yeah, Disney.
You seem pretty shocked by this, you poor little girl. Well, anyway, your husband is now mine again. I'm sure you wouldn't know what to do with a husband that's going to bring in $400,000 a year.
Well, for the time being, I'm going to let the company know that you're not coming back, okay?
Yeah. Always wanting to talk about work, I see. And I heard that he left the divorce papers on the kitchen table for you to fill out. So make sure you get those handed in soon. When we get back from Mexico, I know the two of us will be itching to get married right away. See you later, Jenna!
David,
can we have a quick chat, please? I know that you were asking me to tell you about anything that starts happening between me and your ex, and, well, it seems like she's starting to make things complicated.
What happened between you two?
I'll send you all the messages we have been sending back and forth to each other, and then we can talk about it all.
Alright. Wow. What is going on with all of this? Not only is there a lot of mixed messages here, but why is she saying that she is with me right now?
I know, right? What are we going to do about it?
Well, first things first. We should try and understand what all about what she said is true and what is a lie. I was the one that divorced her from back in the day. So I'll try and write up a claim that I can bring to the courthouse about her trying to harass us. You'll probably be talking to her again very soon. So when you get the chance, can you use that time to talk with her about what she is really up to, so that we can get a better grasp of the situation? That would help me with writing up this claim. I unfortunately can't really do anything to help you with her either at the moment, since I'm on the other side of the pond right now. And you're the only one that knows her new contact information, so it's only up to you.
I get it. Don't worry about me.
I'm really sorry for pushing most of the responsibility onto you, but I hope this works out for us.
Jenna! Thank you so much for getting a divorce for me! When I had gotten back to the airport and turned my phone back on, he had sent me messages saying that you had gone ahead and turned all the paperwork into the city office. And then he told me that he had already sent in our marriage papers. What? You guys already sent those in too? You have to work with the steel while it's still red hot. So that means that I am finally the wife of a man making $400,000. I think that man you keep talking about isn't my husband after all. Huh? My husband and I have still not technically gone on our honeymoon, and we never went to Disney World together yet. And I heard that you had already sent in the divorce papers before even leaving on your trip to Mexico. What? You guys haven't gone yet? I think the man you have been talking about coming back to you has been Jeff, right? That's right, but... Well, my husband is that guy's little brother, David. Wait, what? Huh? The man you had first married back in the day was David, right? Huh? What in the hell? David told me all about this. Right after you had married David, you started to go after your then brother-in-law, Jeff, and soon started having an affair. Right after you had a divorce with David, you immediately went and married his brother, right? But after your second marriage, you didn't like the idea of going to live at their parents' house. So after 3 months, you divorced him as well. Does all of this match what happened? Yeah. But none of that really matters now. I'll be married to a man making $400,000 a year, so it makes no difference if they're the older or younger brother. Well, about that whole new salary deal. I think that would be Jeff's now ex-wife that is going to change jobs and start making that large amount of money. That ex-wife of his originally married him under the idea that he'd be making a decent paycheck as well, but when she found out the truth, she had to step up her game. She was also a little disappointed that she had to live with his family, but was able to deal with it. And actually, she already knows about how the two of you have been cheating while still married to Jeff. So she hurried up and used that moment to turn in the divorce papers, and then made sure to go out and find a really good lawyer to help her. A lawyer? It sounds like she's talking to a lawyer about how to sue you, so you better start looking for one too. She wants a settlement? Hold on a sec. What about Jeff's salary then? I've heard it's practically zero. Zero? Well, he was always treated the best by his parents, and they would allow him to mooch off of their income for a while. And the only reason that he married his ex was in the hopes that she'd care for him after they had passed away. So he's really been going for money is all. Just money? I can't. Why didn't you tell me about all of this a lot sooner?
I didn't really have a reason to tell you about any of this, and I still don't really care to.
What?
You probably never knew about any of this, but a while back, David had cut ties with both his brother and his parents. And then after that, David and I got married. So to me, I didn't really see any of you as my friends.
What is up with that? I only wanted to marry Jeff for that bank that he was supposed to be making, but he turned out to have nothing?
Well, this all seems to have really been a huge misunderstanding on your part then, huh? Well, now that I've heard everything from you and fixed all the wrongs in your thinking, I'm going to stop talking with you. I hope you do okay with this new husband of yours.
Stop that! Wait, can you help me out here? We are both co-workers after all.
I don't think so. You are going to be fired in a couple of days, I think.
Fired?
Well, I told them that you told me you'd never be coming back, so... And even before that, you never told anyone that you were going on vacation and taking the time off. So you already seemed like you were on your way out.
You never told them that I was taking that week off?
I thought I told you that none of that had to do with me, and that you needed to do things like that on your own. Even if I did tell them, I doubt that would have been enough for them to let you off the hook. So with that, I'll be going. Things started off with both my husband and I asking to go to court against Beth after she started to harass us. There, we were able to get a small settlement agreed on for her to pay us. Along with that, the ex-wife of Jeff also got a settlement of $400,000, which they will now have to find a way to pay with what little money they have. Beth was also fired from the company we both worked at and was forced to go back to working at her previous job selling bathtubs at a department store. And since it isn't just her that has to pay a settlement to two different people, she will also have to help her new husband Jeff do the same. Of course, with him not having a job, he is still living back at his parents' place, and it seems he keeps asking for Beth to move in with him as well. Of course, his parents were hoping that he would bring his ex back with him to their house, but in return, they got the moneyless Beth instead. I guess their dreams of having a wealthy daughter-in-law have all been crushed, and I've heard that they are not going to be forgiving Jeff for this anytime soon. It even looks like they will soon be kicked out of the house and be forced to find a place on their own since they can't bring any money into the family. I suppose this is what Beth gets for trying to make it look like she was stealing my David. And even worse, she should have tried understanding the situation a bit more before making such bold and stupid moves. As for David and I, we are back to living under the same roof together. And David even got a bonus for going to Germany and helping out the new facility. I think we will finally take that honeymoon we have always been thinking of using that money on. And I wouldn't mind going on a trip to Bali or the Maldives soon.
Hey, Linda. Can you finish off this quarterly sales report that I'm working on? I need to start getting ready to go to that welcome party that everyone's going to. You see, since I'm the star of the event, I need to make sure I look my best. FYI, the report is due first thing tomorrow morning. Great, thanks.
Stacy, hi. Sorry, but I'm about to leave the office. I'm done for the day. Sorry about that.
Excuse me? Are you disobeying me? You're working here part-time, aren't you? Why don't you work an extra hour or two and get more money in your pocket? Don't you need the money? I bet you do. Must be tough to earn a living on just hourly wages, huh?
Stacy, sorry, I think you've got it wrong again. Like I told you a million times before, I'm not working here part-time. I'm just working shorter hours because I have to take care of my son.
Okay, whatever. That's just bogus. You don't have to lie to me.
But I'm in a perfectly legitimate position here, just like you.
Not again with your bozo claims. Well, listen, I'm doing you a favor here, okay? I'm giving you more hours to work. In other words, I'm giving you money. So just do me a favor and accept it, will you?
I'm leaving now. Bye.
What?
By the way, I'll be showing up to the party a bit later than everyone else tonight.
I need to pick my son up from his daycare and then take him to my parents' house. Wait, hold on. You're coming? Why would you come? I thought this was only for people in management who want to get to know the newbies. Seriously, what do you have to do with any of what's going to go on tonight? Who even invited you? Jeez. Look, I really need to get going. See you later then. OMG! Are you really here? Right now? I thought you would have taken the hint after what I said to you. Why didn't you turn around and take your silly behind home? And why, out of all people, are you always talking to the boss? See? I can see from here, Linda. You're sitting next to him, right up in his face again, talking about God knows what. Stop sitting next to him and go and talk to somebody else. Seriously, why is it always you? Don't think I don't know what's going on, Linda. I know you guys eat lunch together almost every day. Heck, I've even seen you both come to the office at the same time in the mornings. You're not sleeping with him, are you? Aren't you supposed to be married with kids? Are you sure you know what you're doing? If I were going to be cheating on my husband, I'd at least hide my tracks better. And just because he's single, it doesn't mean you can get serious with him, you know? In fact, does he even know who you are? I'm sure that if he were to get to know me, he would get rid of you in a second. I mean, look at me. I'm here full time. I'm young and juicy. I'm pretty. I'm basically everything that you're not. So back off and leave him alone. Oh? Where are you going now? I'm still watching you, you know. Ah, the ladies' room, is it? Nice. I'm coming over. I had better get rid of leeches like you ASAP. I can't stop laughing. It's a good thing you took your bag and coat with you to the toilets. You just made it way easier for me. You're such an airhead, Linda. Now there's no reason for you to go back to the table where everyone will be staring at you anyway. Look at the state of you. Nice one, Linda. Nice one. Just take your saggy behind back home where you belong. Leave us alone and let me enjoy my party. You're hilarious, Linda. Too funny. Too funny. I saw exactly what you look like, and I can't get that image out of my head.
Stacy, give me back my wallet.
Oh, you were quick to notice already.
When did you even steal it from me?
Steal? Wow, that's harsh, Linda. I didn't steal it. It just landed inside my bag when you were panicking back there. Remember when you took out some tissues from your bag to wipe yourself with? Well, I saw it and I had to put it into my bag. Anyway, a wallet from LV? How can you even afford that working part-time here? I never took you for a big spender. I just didn't think you deserved a high-end wallet like that. It's better off being with me, in my bag. Don't you think it's being well looked after in a better home now?
What are you rambling on about, Stacy?
Oh, and thank you for treating me to this meal here.
What? Stacy, don't you dare! Don't you even think about it! If you're thinking of using my money to pay for you, you're wrong. Come here and give me my wallet back.
Oh, don't worry, Linda. I will. I'm planning to return everything that's inside this wallet to you safe and sound. I'll give everything back. Everything but this wallet itself. This is mine now. I'll give you the wallet I'm using instead. So don't worry, we can swap. This means that you'll still have a wallet, okay? I'm not that mean. No more talks about me stealing things, okay? That's not very nice. No, really, Stacy. Stop this nonsense. This is ridiculous. My husband gave that wallet to me for my birthday present. It's sentimental and I can't let you take it. Please return it to me now. And do you think I'll listen to you? This party is to welcome the newbies, i.e., me. You don't even need to be here, Linda, so just leave. You're all wet and you smell bad from that toilet water. No one's going to want to talk to you, let alone sit next to you anymore. No one even cares if you're here or not anyway. Go on. Read your kid a bedtime story or something. Come on, just leave. Bye. Ben.
Hey, you've been gone for a while. I was starting to get worried. Is everything okay?
No. I need some help. It's Stacy.
Stacy is in... red hair, stocky woman. The new girl, Stacy?
Yeah.
What about her?
She's crazy. She followed me into the toilets, and when I came out of the cubicle, she just went crazy.
What do you mean? What did she do?
She had this bucket full of dirty water and threw it all over me. I'm drenched in it from head to toe.
What? No way. OMG. Are you okay?
That's only half of it. When I tried to pat myself dry, she stole my wallet from my bag.
What the heck?
I know. I was just too focused on myself. I wasn't keeping an eye on her or my bag. I had no idea she was going to do that.
Well, damn. What are you gonna do now? Want me to come over to help you out?
Well, I don't know. I'm still thinking. With my wallet, she said she'll give the contents of it back to me.
What? Just the contents?
Yeah. She said she's keeping my wallet but will return everything that's inside it to me tomorrow.
Why just the wallet? I'm not saying she should have taken it, but why just the wallet and not what's inside?
I don't know. She said she likes it. Gosh. What am I gonna do? OMG. She said she's going to pay for her meal tonight with my money, too.
Oh, man. She's crazy.
Right? And she doesn't even think she is. She did all of this so naturally, like she does this sort of thing all the time. I'm telling you, she's a terrible person.
Well, I'll be damned if I find out that we're hiring the wrong people here.
Yeah. I don't know what happened during the hiring process there. Anyway, look. I don't think I can dry myself off in time and go back out there again. I have everything else with me except for my wallet. So I think I'll just go back home. That's what Linda wanted me to do anyway.
Really? I can come over there and try to help you if you want.
No, there's not much you can do. It'll be weird if you come into the ladies' toilets anyway.
Yeah, but still. I can't just not help my sister out.
No, really, it's fine. Let me head back home. I'm going back to Jack. At least I can kiss him goodnight before bed.
Yeah, alright. You do that.
Can I leave the rest to you then?
Yeah, of course.
You know what to do, right?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay then. Enjoy the rest of your night. Catch you later.
Yeah. Send Jack my love.
Hey, Linda! OMG! Are you being serious? Why didn't you tell me that you were the boss's sister? Hi, Stacy. I had a feeling you'd text me again soon. What? Do you remember how we had an introductory session at the beginning of your probation period here, at this company? Huh? No, I don't remember that. I saw you and spoke to you directly and told you who I am. You're department manager and a sister of the company's CEO. It's too bad that you've mishandled not only me, but your reputation here. What do you mean? Well, that's exactly what I mean. I had no idea who you were. Why were you acting like some part-timer? That's very impolite of you, Stacy, and I have my reasons. And that was... Well, we've been making efforts to improve the relationships among the employees for the last few months. I believe we informed you in a company-wide mass email before. And in order to achieve this, it was decided within the management and HR that I come and join one of the departments and work on site, so to speak. That way, I can understand what goes on at first hand. This department was one of particular concern to us at the time, and I can see why now, which is why I joined you. And so what? You thought you can just lie your way through and make me believe that you were just a part-time worker here? When you've actually been here for, what, 7 years? And so what? You think you can get off early at work just because you're the CEO's sister? How is that fair? You're just taking advantage of your status to get off of work earlier than us. This is fraud.
Stacy, I work under a completely legitimate system approved and administered by the U.S. Department of Labor.
What?
I think there's a misunderstanding here. Our company encourages and promotes a family-friendly company culture. And as part of that, we offer a flexible working arrangement provided that the necessary submissions are made and approved. I took maternity leave, and when I came back to work, I took on this flexible working arrangement. That's how I leave the office an hour earlier than most people here. That doesn't mean that I'm not working or doing any less. In fact, I try to make up for it by coming into the office early at times. But that's how it works. Please review your contract again if you'd like, Stacy.
Oh, really? Okay.
We explained this on 2 other occasions too, if you can recall. But perhaps perusing a hard copy might be better for you. Now, going back to the point, Stacy, please return my wallet.
Oh, no, but that's a really nice wallet, Linda. I want that one for myself, you see. It's so pretty. In fact, the boss, as in your brother, took it away from me, though. But I want it back. Can you get it back?
Stacy, please don't make this into an even bigger issue. I told you how much of a sentimental value that wallet holds for me. Can I ask why you are so insistent on that particular wallet?
I mean, isn't this the new LV collection?
What?
I've never seen this type of design before. Isn't this like a limited edition? Worth hundreds of dollars? Or maybe it's an exclusive wallet for limited members of the brand, right?
Oh, Stacy.
I just fell in love with it when I first saw it peeping out of your bag.
Well, if you really have to know, I'll tell you where it's from, but I hope you won't get too disappointed.
Okay. What do you mean?
I had this bag that I adored for years, and I kept calling it my favorite bag because it was.
A bag?
Yes, but because I had used it so much, it deteriorated to the point where I couldn't take it out with me anymore. So, my husband, being the clever guy that he is, he took it to a friend of his, who works as a leathersmith, and he redesigned it and made it into a wallet.
Redesigned it? A bag into a wallet?
Yeah, kind of like how you would upcycle items. So I'm sorry to say, but that's not the high-end wallet that you think it is.
What? No way! Are you telling me that I took a random handmade wallet all this time?
I said it was kind of like redesigning or upcycling it, dear, but yes. I mean, in a sense, it is a one-of-a-kind. You can't find a wallet like that anywhere else. So that's probably why you said you've never seen it before. In that sense, it's worth a lot, and you're right about that. But in fact, that's what it is. That's why it holds such sentimental value for me. Do you understand now?
No. No! OMG, are you serious? You can't be serious.
Anyway, Stacy, shouldn't you be more worried about other things rather than this wallet?
What's that supposed to mean?
Didn't my brother talk to you during that welcome party?
I mean, we spoke. We spoke a lot, actually. There was a lot of flirting and banter going on, mainly from him, of course. That was fun. But why?
I guess he forgot to mention the most important piece of news.
Okay, and what's that?
That you're fired, Stacy. Effective today.
What? Excuse me? Me? Why the hell would I get fired, and who the hell are you to tell me that? You're not HR.
Well, it's not a decision based solely on myself, of course. You and your disrespectful behavior was brought up as a concern, and we all made a unanimous decision to let you go. Of course, we, meaning the HR, the CEO, and myself. We do not tolerate actions that would harm fellow employees, and theft is certainly not condoned. You'll receive a formal notification in the next few days, so please take this as a forewarning.
Are you being serious, Linda? I'm really being fired? Well, can we not fire me, please? I'll be nicer to you. I promise.
Sadly, we're not able to retract our decision. This is final.
You have to forgive me. Listen, I had no idea who you were. Otherwise, I would have never done this. Please, let's think this over, Linda.
I have to go now. It's bedtime for my son.
Are you filing a report on me now too, Linda? You can't do that to me. Take it back. You fired me already. You can't do this to me as well. Linda, I know you're reading this. Come out and talk to me like an adult, you cow. Answer my calls, you frigging manipulative witch. Don't you think for a minute that you can get away with this?
We found out later on that Stacy was in fact hired through a connection that she had with one of the employees in the HR department. So we were relieved to learn that we hadn't in fact overlooked or misjudged our applicants' personalities prior to hiring them. It was simply a bad choice that the HR staff had made, who was also very apologetic once he had learned about this incident. He will receive further training so that we can ensure we hire the right people for our company. As for Stacy, she is left looking for a new job. But I gather this will be hard with a record of a 4th-degree felony with her stealing my wallet. My hope is that she'll eventually find a role that is more suited for her personality, and that she will never cause a commotion like she did with us at her new office. So, good luck to her.
Hey, Emma. It's been so long. How are you doing these days? I think the last time we saw each other was at the high school graduation, so it's been like 9 years, right? I wonder if you're still living in poverty. You were like the poorest person in the entire school. Oh, also, can you hurry up and reply to my wedding invitation? I didn't know your current address, so I sent it to you via email. What's taking you so long? Oh, wait, I got it. You don't know if you can afford to actually get to the wedding venue, right? OMG, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were still so poor.
Hi, Stacy. It's been a while. I guess you haven't changed at all. You're still just as condescending and cocky as you used to be. Are you having fun making fun of me when you don't even know anything about me?
You're always fun to make fun of. And what else is there to know about you besides the fact that you're still poor as heck?
My family and I aren't as poor as you think we are, you know. I keep telling you this even during school, but you never listen to me. But then again, you were never good at listening to people. You were always so good at blabbing on about your own crap that no one cares about.
Excuse me? You think you're suddenly better than me now? And who's going to believe you when you say you're not poor when you always look like it? I'll define poor for you, okay? Your family lives in a rusty old house that's on the verge of collapsing, and it only has 3 rooms. And what's more, you guys don't even own the house. You rent it. But on the other hand, I actually own my own house, and so do my parents. They're rich, living in a huge house with 7 bedrooms, all belonging to them. And do I need to mention how my dad is also the CEO of, like, the biggest company ever? So that makes me rich and you poor as hell. Let's make that clear now, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying?
So you're judging people by the kind of house they own? And I thought I told you before about why my parents decided to rent the house instead of buying one. I guess you weren't listening then either.
Of course not. I don't listen to things that bore me to death. Anyway, I actually do remember something, like how your dad was going to inherit his parents' house or something.
Wow. So you do remember that. And yes, you're partly right. Currently, that's the house that I live in, though. Because like you said, my dad ended up inheriting another house from his parents.
But so what? Inheriting a house from a poor parent doesn't magically make them rich, does it? I know that your entire family, including your grandparents, are destitute. I wouldn't be surprised if someone in your family begged on the streets for money.
Wow. Well, I wasn't done explaining the rest of it, but this is just hopeless now. So never mind. You're never gonna believe me anyway.
Anyway, stop changing the subject and answer my question. Reply to my wedding invite, okay?
Oh yeah, I forgot that you were getting married.
So, what's your reply?
You actually sent me 2 wedding invites by mistake.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't mean to do that.
One of the invites was inviting just me, and the other was for both me and my husband.
Wait, you have a husband? This is news to me. When did you even get married?
I got married last year.
What? And how come I was never invited to your wedding?
Oh, because I just had a small wedding with just my family and close friends. I didn't invite many people.
Ah, you're really poor, so you couldn't hold a big wedding like mine. Well, I'll have you know that my wedding is going to cost around $80,000. You probably can't afford that, huh? I'm guessing that your wedding was so pathetic, and that's why you didn't want to invite that many people. To save you from the embarrassment.
That wasn't the reason why I had a small wedding, actually. But what do you care?
Wait, how come your last name hasn't changed then? Or are you lying about the fact that you got married?
My last name has changed. It's just that I haven't told you about it.
Oh well, I guess I don't really care anyway.
Yes, anyway, would it be okay if I ignore the wedding invite that you sent to me specifically? My husband and I will respond to the invite that was sent to us both instead.
Sure, as long as you're coming to my wedding.
Okay, thanks. Then we'll be attending, and I'll confirm it with the invite later.
Okay, that's fine. Make sure you guys don't leave it too late. I don't want to have to remind you to RSVP again.
Yeah, we'll make sure to reply by the end of this week.
Okay, great. I look forward to seeing you at my wedding then. Have fun being poor till then. Hey, Emma. Have you arrived at the wedding venue already?
We're heading there right now. We should be there any minute now.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, there was something that I wanted to tell you. There's gonna be so much expensive food at this wedding that someone like you might never be able to eat. So please make sure that you don't get too greedy and shove everything into your mouth. Okay? This is a wedding after all. I want you to be well-mannered and respectful of others.
You don't have to worry about that. One of my teachers actually taught table manners before. I'll make good use of that today and apply everything I learned.
Did you just say a teacher taught you table manners? You don't need to lie to me, Emma. There's no way a poor person like you can afford to take dining etiquette classes.
Do we really have to have this conversation again? It's not like I'm super rich, but I get by just fine. No offense to poor people, but I'm not poor.
Yeah, whatever. Like, I'm gonna believe that. Oh yeah, one more thing that I needed to tell you. I'm going to be getting a lot of nice and expensive wedding gifts that you can't afford. But you don't need to worry. I don't expect a poor person like you to get me something so expensive. Okay? You can just grab me something from the dollar store, because that's probably all you can afford.
Wow. Okay then. Say what you want.
I mean it. You really don't need to worry about that. I'll have plenty of other nice gifts anyway.
Oh, also, I forgot to tell you this, but my husband is also really rich. So he can always get me gifts and whatnot. And you're going to witness two really wealthy people tie the knot today.
Well, that's very impressive, Stacy. Good for you.
Don't get too jealous here, okay? I hope you enjoy it, though.
Oh, hey, we just arrived at the parking lot of the wedding venue. We're gonna park and start heading over soon.
Oh, so you guys finally arrived. I hope you guys have a great time. I'll see you later then.
Stacy, do you have a second? Me and my husband just arrived at our seats and we're a little puzzled. Are you sure that this isn't a mistake?
Oh, so you guys noticed? Those are some great seats I saved for you guys.
We're the only ones without a table. Also, our chairs are facing towards the wall. I can see some empty seats at the tables, so can we move there?
Nope. You guys are not allowed to move from where you are. I chose those seats especially for you. I thought that those seats were perfect for poor people like you. You guys aren't like the other rich guests here. I was kind enough to split you guys off from the rest of the guests. Oh, but you don't need to worry. I've made sure that you guys can eat the course meal just like everyone else. You guys can sit on the floor and eat or whatever. You should be grateful that I decided to let you guys eat the same meal as everyone else. I was considering giving you guys just a bag of chips, but I thought that was taking things a little too far.
I think that you're misunderstanding something, Stacy, so let me tell you this. We got you a really nice wedding gift that cost a decent amount of money. I'm pretty confident that it's actually one of the most expensive gifts that you're going to be receiving today.
But wouldn't that be like all of your life savings?
I told you that I'm not that poor. I've never really had a problem with money before.
Really now? No need to lie, Emma.
Stacy, does the groom know about the seats that you've assigned to me and my husband?
Not at all. Why would he care about where you guys sit? I was the one that invited you, so I should be able to decide where you guys sit. He has nothing to do with this.
Wow. You're still misunderstood. We were both invited by the groom. Not you.
What? Huh?
Don't act like you don't know.
What do you mean? I know what?
Did you even check your own guest list? This is your own wedding, right? You chose the seating arrangements, right?
Yeah, and I thought you guys were on my guest list, not his.
I told you that I received 2 wedding invites and that I would respond to the one that was sent to my husband and me. I got rid of the invite that you sent me so it wouldn't cause any confusion.
So that means that my husband was the one that invited you guys?
If it were just myself, I would just leave the wedding without causing any fuss. I don't appreciate being treated like an outcast after all. It's just that I didn't attend alone today, did I? I came with my husband. And I think you've really messed up big time.
How have I messed up? All I did was put you guys in some seats that suited poor people that shouldn't even be at this wedding.
Do you not realize how me and my husband know your husband? It seems like you have no idea what's happening here. At all.
Wait, I thought that my husband just knew your husband from work or something. They're just co-workers, right? At least that's what it says on the guests list. You and your husband's name are under the work people.
Yeah, I guess that we know him through work. But I'd like to think that we're more than that, Stacy. I am the CEO of the company that your husband works for.
What? Is this a joke? Did you just say that you're the CEO? No way. I call bluff.
Well, it's not. My grandpa established the company, and my dad was the CEO until he stepped down last year. I took over as the CEO late last year. My husband is currently the vice president of the company, making him the second most important person in the company.
There's no way I'm believing that. You're lying to me. You liar. This is why I hate poor people. The company that my husband works for is one of the largest tech companies in the country. It's absolutely huge. It's just not possible that you're the CEO. Your entire family is poor. This is all just a lie. It's impossible. Your dad was just a regular factory worker when we were in school.
I never said that at all. That was just a story that you made up about me to make me look poor. My dad was already the CEO of the company at the time.
What? Then why didn't you tell me?
Honestly, I didn't see the point in trying to correct you. You never would have believed me anyway. At the time, we were living in that rental property because my dad was going to inherit his parents' house from them.
OMG. Right. So?
Actually, your parents knew about this the entire time. I guess nobody chose to explain it to you because you were so fixated on making me and my family poor. I got tired of you constantly calling me names, and that's why I tried to distance myself from you as much as I could. I also didn't really want to go around telling everyone about what my dad did. It would be lame trying to boast about something that my parents were doing.
So you guys aren't poor at all?
For the 100th time! No, we're not! Also, there's one more important thing that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Did you know that my company is the most important business partner for your dad's company?
Wait, really?
Yes. I heard that your husband has already assigned us front row seats to the wedding.
He did? So where are you guys sitting now?
At the table across yours, of course.
What? No way!
Yes, way. If we had sat in those seats you gave us, you would have disrespected both your husband's boss and your dad's most important business partner. That wouldn't have ended well, would it?
Oh, crap. Well, they're not gonna find out about this, okay?
Well, I guess I'll pass you over to your dad and husband now. They have something they want to talk to you about.
Wait, they know about this already? Please tell me they don't. They can't know about this. Look, I can fix this for you.
It's too late. They already know. We went to see your husband right away to give him the wedding gifts. That's when we realized that we had been placed at those seats right by the wall. So he kindly rearranged them for us.
Oh, God. What was his reaction like? Did he seem angry?
You can check with him yourself. We're going to be leaving now.
What? Did you just say you're going home? Don't do that! If you guys leave after what happened, I'm gonna be in even more trouble. I had no idea that the two of you were such important people. You guys have to stay no matter what.
It looks like the wedding might not even happen now. They seem to be talking about canceling the wedding entirely.
They're gonna cancel the wedding? No! I've been looking forward to this day for so long now. This was the luxurious wedding that I dreamed of having for so long.
Well, you're gonna have to talk with your family and your husband. We're gonna get going now. Well, I hope that things have cleared up on my end, and for you too. Goodbye, Stacy.
Wait, so you're seriously gonna leave? Please don't. I'm begging for you to stay. Emma! Please help me out. I really have no idea what to do to fix this. They decided to call the wedding off. Both my parents were so mad at me and they kicked me out of the house. They're not even talking to me, actually. They're not responding to any of my text messages or calls. They're also charging me for the entire fee of the wedding. Apparently, it was my fault that the wedding had to get canceled, so I have to be the one to pay for it all. And that's close to $80,000. My dad isn't gonna help me pay for it either. I'm the daughter of a rich CEO, but I'll be so broke. It's just not fair at all. This only happened because I didn't know who you were or what you did. I can understand them being mad at me, but I think this is way too much. Why does my wedding have to get canceled? Everyone's overreacting to this. This is your fault. You guys made me think that you were poor. And it's your family's fault for living in that old rental property. That made me think you guys were poor to begin with. You have to help me out of this mess. Emma! What the hell? Don't ignore me like this. I know that you're there, Emma. Why won't you reply to me? Do you not realize the situation I'm in? My life is ruined!
I was eating dinner while I suddenly started to get bombarded with these messages from Stacy. It was really annoying, so I decided to block and delete her phone number on the spot. She doesn't know the address to my new house, so I shouldn't worry about her suddenly randomly showing up at my doorstep. The only thing I'm worried about is her approaching me at work, though, since she knows where it is. Who knows what that crazy woman might do? And what have you? I was right! A few weeks later, she really did show up at work. I had already prepared for this, so I took her into one of the small meeting rooms and offered her coffee and some snacks. Meanwhile, I called her parents to let them know what was happening, and they came over right away and dragged her outside. She was always scared of her parents, so that worked out pretty well for me. Since she had no means of getting the money to pay for the money she owed, she had to get a real job. I heard that she is currently working for the first time in her life at a really boring job. She better work hard if she owes $80,000 for calling off her own wedding, right? Poor her. She was so close to making her dream come true. If only she hadn't judged people by its cover. Let's hope she learns not to, ever again.
Yo, Sam, what's up? It's Will. I heard that you're working for the N Company. Is that true, man? Whoa, Will. No way, dude. It's been so long. I'm good, yeah. I think the last time I saw you was at that reunion 5 years ago, no? Hope you've been doing well, man. Alright. Just answer my question already, man. So, you work for the N Company? Yeah, I do work for them. I started working for them around 3 years ago. I recently got transferred to the sales department, though. So that's where I'm working now. Why do you want to know so bad? Okay, then how come I haven't seen you there? I've been there a couple of times, but I've never seen you there. Oh yeah, I forgot that you work for the E Company. We're business partners, huh? I'm actually in charge of the E Company now. They got me to be in charge like a few weeks back. We might end up working together at some point. Who knows? But that'll be fun. Oh, for real? You're really in charge? Damn. You sure that a guy like you can handle doing business with a company like ours? Yeah, why not? And anyway, the guy who was in charge quit all of a sudden, and that's why I had to fill in. I didn't have much choice. I actually went over to your company to introduce myself the other day. So it really was you, man! I thought it was you! Oh, so is that why you texted me? Nice one, man. Well, yeah, kind of. Well, that's all I wanted to ask you. Gotta go. See ya. Oh, okay. Really? Okay, well, I guess I'll see you around then, Will. Hey, Will. It's me, Sam. So, hey, listen. There's something that I want to talk to you about. It's pretty important. Hey, what is it? You mind not headlocking me every time I go to your office? I'm serious. I've had enough of you doing that every frickin' time I go there for a meeting. It's not cool, dude. There's a time and place for everything. And it's unprofessional, okay? Watch your tone, Sam. You better not be telling me what to do. I'm above you, man. You listen to me. Your company is just one of the hundreds of subcontractors that we do business with, alright? You guys won't have a business without us. You need to show me and this company some respect. And anyway, I was just being friendly. What's the big deal? What are you talking about, man? The N Company and the E Company are mutual business partners. Mutual! The companies are on equal terms. Neither of us are above or below one another. Okay? Actually, that's not true at all. There's a damn big difference between the two companies. And I'm the person in charge of doing business with the N Company now. And I've decided that we're the superior company. Got it? You're in charge of us now? Since when? That can't be good. Yeah, I'm the one in charge now, and look at the scale and size of our companies. Our company is huge, and we have way more people working here than you. And you're still our subcontractor. We're not equal. Got it. That's not for you to decide, is it? That's all for the higher-ups and board of directors and whatnot to judge, if anything.
Don't talk back to me, man! I just told you to show me some respect! Just shut the hell up!
I wasn't talking back at you, Will. I was just stating facts. Look, we're both adults now. I'm not asking you to do anything difficult. But just try to act a little more professional, okay? That's all. Please.
What the hell? You think you have the right to tell me crap like that? I'm not listening to what some scumbag says, okay?
I'm giving you some advice before you do something really stupid. I know what you're like. You can be so damn reckless and it's really troublesome for the rest of us. You remember back in middle school when you tried to pick a fight with a pregnant teacher and you got suspended? And when you came back, you tried to set fire to our school so that all the classes would get cancelled. I'm glad the adults stopped you back then, but trust me, we were all really scared of you. You can't still be that same person from all those years ago, right? Come on, tell me you've changed.
Why should I care about other people? It's not like they're more important than me, are they? I'm a natural-born leader, so everyone else just needs to shut the hell up and obey me.
You might have been able to get away with that kind of attitude back in school, but that's not gonna work anymore, dude. We're both adults who work for reputable companies. We have to be professional and mature about this. We're representing our companies. It's not just about yourself now.
You don't have the right to tell me what to do, Sam, so shut the hell up. My company is so much more famous and profitable, and that's all that matters. You guys are a slave to us.
Would you please stop saying that? Our companies are business partners. Neither company is superior over the other. You need to remember that and act professionally whenever we do business together. You know that our companies are in the middle of a very important business deal, right? We can't make any mistakes. You be careful with your attitude, okay?
Shut up! I told you not to talk to me like that! Whatever, man. Like I'm gonna listen to what you say. Clear off! Oh, that must be Sam. Here he comes! That stupid prick. He has no idea what's coming. So hey guys, listen, we're about to have a meeting with Sam. The prick who thinks he's all that. And he has this dumb business proposal for us. His company is trying to force their business proposal onto us, and that is not gonna happen. Not under my nose. I'm the leader here. I'm the boss, and I get to choose what happens to this project. What the heck is he thinking, right? You know what I think it is? He was talking bullcrap about how our companies are equal or whatever. But he's beneath us. He needs to listen to me. And if that's the case, I'm definitely not gonna let that happen. I'll make sure to show him that if there's a superior company between us, it's our company, not theirs. He needs to show me some respect and listen to me. He's trying to pull off this dumb stunt, and I ain't gonna let that happen. Watch what happens.
Will, this isn't funny at all. Pick up your phone right now. Give me back my laptop. All of the slides and documents for the business proposal is in there. I need to use it for the meeting today. I can't believe that you stole my memory stick as well. Do you not realize what you're doing? Give it back, you douchebag.
Well, I actually think it's hilarious. The panicked look on your face was absolutely hilarious. I just took a quick read through your business proposal, by the way. It's full of crap. You think you're gonna have any chance of succeeding in the presentation like that? I'll get rid of it for you. Actually, I'll destroy it right now, so there's no chance of you getting it back.
You better not be serious, Will. This is no joke. Give everything back to me before things get out of hand.
Oh, I'm dead serious. I don't understand why you thought it would be okay to bring a business proposal to us in the first place. We're the superior company. We don't take orders or proposals from those below us. Oh, look. I already destroyed your laptop for you. A trashy business proposal like that doesn't need to exist.
Wait, what? What did you do with my laptop? The meeting is about to start soon. I don't have any more time to waste. Just give it all back.
Well, it's too bad I smashed it up and threw it away. There's no way you're gonna be able to recover it. You're not gonna need the memory stick either, right? Give me a sec. I just smashed it onto the floor and it's broken into pieces now. This is a punishment for not respecting me and calling me equal to a dumb piece of crap like you.
You idiot. What have you done? You're gonna buy me another laptop, man.
I don't think so. Where's the proof that I broke it? Now that I'm the one in charge of doing business with the N Company, I'll show you guys where you belong.
Will, I've had enough of your antics. Do you realize what you just did?
All I did was get rid of a crappy business proposal that means nothing to us. The higher-ups of my company won't need to waste any time reading it now. In fact, you should be thanking me for doing this. I'm teaching you a very valuable lesson in life. And show some respect to the people above you.
Look, I didn't even come here to see you today. As far as I know, the person that's in charge of doing business with our company is still Harry. The reason I came today was to have a meeting with him. I don't know why you decided to put me in a headlock and steal everything.
That's because you know nothing. I decided to take Harry's job from him. I'm the one in charge starting today.
Well, we haven't been told anything about this. We even checked with the higher-ups of your company, and they said that Harry is still in charge of doing business with us. I'm gonna believe what they say over what you say.
So you're saying that you don't believe me? Are you really sure you want to be saying that about me?
That's exactly what I'm saying. In fact, I'm pretty sure I know what's happening. You probably forced Harry to give you his role. I'm guessing you just forced him into giving up like you would. You did this all just so that you could piss me off. You haven't changed at all, man, have you? You're still that arrogant brat that everyone hates.
What the heck, man? I was doing Harry a favor by making his job easier. I got rid of your dumb business proposal so that he wouldn't have to waste his time reading it. If anything, I should be getting thanked for what I did.
I knew this already, but you really don't think before acting, do you?
What did you just say?
Listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you next. The business proposal that you just destroyed was an idea that your company originally came up with. Both of our companies have been working on this proposal for a while now.
What's that supposed to mean?
Harry was the one that was gathering ideas from your company and summarizing them so that we could review and improve on them. After months of working on it, we finally finished and we were ready to present it at the meeting today.
So what are you saying? Was this a joint project between our companies?
Yes, and the higher-ups of both companies were meant to be attending this meeting today. Our bosses are all going to be at the meeting too.
So this wasn't just some tiny business proposal that you came up with?
It's one of the biggest projects that the two companies have done in the past few years. If it weren't for you, the meeting between the two companies should have started by now. Do you finally understand the severity of what you've done here?
Wait, I didn't know about any of this. It's not fair.
The project files and memory stick that you destroyed can be recovered as we have backups back at our office. But the problem is with what you just did. You acted without thinking again, and now you're going to be paying the price. It seems like the higher-ups of the E-Company are looking for you right now, and they don't seem happy about what you've done.
Oh, crap. I really didn't mean for things to get so out of hand. I was just trying to teach you a lesson. I meant well.
Well, clearly that didn't work well. You should be getting lots of calls and messages on your phone now, am I right? Are you really gonna ignore them all? That would be a very unprofessional thing to do, won't it? I'm sure they all want to talk with you.
I'll call them back later. Shoot. Damn it, man!
Just talk to us and apologize, Will. We all need you to understand just how badly you messed up. You gotta own up to it. There's really no point in delaying the inevitable. Come to the meeting room. We're all waiting for you.
Sam! I really need your help. Please, would you fix this mess? I'm in so much trouble right now.
What is it?
My uncle is furious at me. I've never seen him get this angry before in my life. I'm gonna get fired if I don't fix this.
Oh yeah, I heard that your uncle was one of the board members at the E-Company, right? Apparently you were only given the job here thanks to him. I thought it was a little strange that someone like you was working for such a prestigious and demanding company. And FYI, your uncle came up to me and apologized to me so many times for the mess that you had caused.
What? He apologized to you? Why?
He apologized in your place because you seem to be incapable of doing that yourself. You might want to start bracing yourself for what's to come, Will.
What do you mean? No way! I finally managed to get a job at the E-Company and get a stable source of income for the first time in my life. My uncle is so important to the company and everyone respects me for that too. I don't want to get fired, man.
Nobody at your company respects you. They're just scared of you. That's it. Also, none of that is gonna matter if your uncle loses his position at the company.
Wait, why would that happen? He's one of the most important people in this company.
He was saying that he feels very responsible for giving an idiot like you a job at the E-Company in the first place. He's gonna take a salary cut and a demotion as his own punishment. How honorable is that, right?
No way. Are you serious?
Also, one more thing that I should let you know about. Harry, who you've been ordering around and forcing your jobs onto him. Well, there's news for you.
What is it?
It turns out that he's the grandson of one of the board members of the E-Company.
You serious?
Yep. And that means the board members know how you've been treating him. It's not really any of my business, but let me give you a little bit of advice here. I think you should leave the company.
What? No way!
Even if you don't get fired, everyone hates you, and it's gonna be a horrible place to work for you. You understand that, right? No one is gonna be on your side. No one wants you there.
No! I am not leaving this company! Over my dead body! All I wanted to do was have an easy job where I could earn a decent amount of money. This place is perfect for me. All I did was put an idiot like you in your place. I was teaching you a lesson not to disrespect me.
Yeah, that's the problem with you. You're delusional. And you always try to justify your trashy behavior with these lame excuses. The world doesn't revolve around you. Man, you really haven't changed at all, ever since middle school. You might have gotten away with some things when you were a child, but not anymore, dude. There are consequences for your actions, and you better take it.
What's that supposed to mean, man?
I'm sorry, but I have a meeting that I need to attend now. The meeting between our two companies that got delayed because of you is gonna start soon.
I'm about to get fired and you're gonna go off to a meeting? What is wrong with you? Help me out, man.
I'm just doing my job. I need to go and present this business proposal to everyone.
My life is messed up and you're just gonna abandon me?
You only have yourself to blame for this. Stop trying to get me involved in your mess. I have nothing else to say to you, Will. Good luck in life.
God damn it! Why is this happening to me?
The meeting between the two companies went very smoothly, and it looks like the proposal is gonna get accepted. Unfortunately, Will messed up again while the meeting was happening. He had been told not to come to work until a decision had been made about his future. However, he ignored that warning and came to work to propose to one of his co-workers that he had a crush on. He even bought a huge bouquet of flowers and a wedding ring with him. For some reason, he was very confident that she would say yes to him. She declined him without a second thought, and he started to go crazy. He went on a huge rampage while crying and shouting and damaged many of the company's interior. He ended up having to get escorted out by the police that were called to the scene. This led to him being fired from the E-Company. He tried to move back in with his parents, but they decided to cut ties with him completely after hearing what had happened. He had managed to lose his job, his family, and the woman he loved, all within the span of a few hours.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.